Before he became the Dark Lord, he was just a boy named Tom. This is how Voldemort was truly born. Tom Riddle's story begins not with magic, but with deception and heartbreak. His mother, Merope Gaunt, was a broken witch from a disgraced pure-blood family obsessed with blood purity. She fell in love with a muggle, Tom Riddle Sr., and used a love potion to make him marry her. Their child, Tom Marvolo Riddle, was conceived not out of love, but control. When the potion wore off, Riddle Sr. abandoned her. Alone and dying, Merope gave birth to Tom in a Muggle orphanage on New Year's Eve, 1926. She died shortly after, naming her son after the man who rejected her and her own father. From the start, Tom was different. He spoke to snakes. He made things happen without touching them. Children who crossed him often paid the price: disappearances, mysterious injuries, animals torn apart. But Tom never got caught. He was charming, controlled, and terrifyingly intelligent. He hated his name, hated the orphanage, hated weakness. But above all, he hated that he came from anything less than greatness. Then, at age 11, a stranger arrived at the orphanage, Albus Dumbledore. He told Tom he was a wizard and offered him a place at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Tom accepted, but something changed that day. He realized he wasn't ordinary. He was powerful, special, and more importantly, he was better than the others. At Hogwarts, Tom Riddle quickly became a star. Handsome, polite, and top of every class. Teachers praised him. Students admired him. But behind the charm, there was calculation. He uncovered secrets few others could, hidden passageways, forbidden texts, and one chamber in particular, the Chamber of Secrets. As a Parselmouth, he alone could speak to the serpent within. At just 16, he released the basilisk and murdered a fellow student, Myrtle Warren. But he covered his tracks, framing another, Rubeus Hagrid. Around the same time, he discovered something even more dangerous than the chamber. A piece of dark magic so twisted, even the darkest wizards feared it. The Horcrux. A way to split your soul and anchor part of it to the world by committing murder. Tom wasn't interested in just one Horcrux. He wanted 7. 7 murders, 7 fragments, 7 anchors to immortality. While still a student, he created his first Horcrux using the death of Myrtle. That was only the beginning. As he dug deeper into his family past, he uncovered a name, Salazar Slytherin. He learned he was a direct descendant. The boy from the orphanage was not some forgotten half-blood. In his mind, he was royalty, destiny, power incarnate. After Hogwarts, he disappeared. Few knew where he went, but in truth, he was traveling the world, studying dark magic in its most ancient forms. He gathered followers, wizards who believed in blood purity and feared his power. When he returned, he was no longer Tom Riddle. He was something else, something less human. He called himself Lord Voldemort. His features had changed. Pale skin, slitted eyes, a snake-like face. This was no illusion. His soul, mutilated by dark magic, had corrupted his body. Each Horcrux, each act of murder, chipped away at what he once was. He asked to teach at Hogwarts, to replace the retiring Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. Dumbledore refused. Voldemort left, but the curse remained. From that day on, no one held that position longer than a year, and so he built his army in the shadows. Death Eaters, Inferi, magical creatures twisted to serve his will. And when the time came, he waged war on the wizarding world. Voldemort's rise was swift and brutal. The wizarding world descended into fear, murders, torture, families destroyed. Even those who didn't support him were too afraid to resist. But then came the prophecy. A child, born at the end of July, would have the power to vanquish the Dark Lord. Voldemort believed that child was Harry Potter and made a fatal mistake. He acted out of fear. He killed Harry's parents and tried to murder the baby. But the curse rebounded, destroying his body and shattering what remained of his soul. He didn't die. but he was no longer alive. A shadow, a whisper, a parasite, hiding in forests, feeding off animals, waiting for a chance to return. For over a decade, the wizarding world lived in peace, thinking Voldemort was gone forever. But evil, true evil, rarely dies quietly. Through the help of loyal followers and dark rituals, Voldemort returned, not as a man, but a monster. More powerful, more terrifying, more consumed by hatred than ever before. He regained his body, the snake-like face, the red eyes, and he declared war once more. This time, he wouldn't make the same mistake. He took over the ministry, silenced the press, controlled the schools, hunted Muggle-borns, and above all, he searched for Harry Potter, the boy who lived. But what Voldemort didn't know was that, in trying to kill Harry, he had unknowingly made him into a Horcrux. A piece of Voldemort's soul lived inside the boy. To kill Voldemort, Harry would have to die first, and he did. He walked willingly into the Forbidden Forest, ready to sacrifice himself. But the magic protecting Harry was older than Voldemort understood. Love, sacrifice. The same magic that saved Harry as a baby saved him again. In their final battle at Hogwarts, the truth was laid bare. Voldemort had destroyed himself long ago. Each murder, each Horcrux, each choice out of fear and hate it had hollowed him out. And when Harry cast the final spell, Voldemort's wand turned on him. No explosion, no last words, just silence, as the greatest dark wizard in history fell to the floor, dead. He had feared death more than anything, obsessed over escaping it. But in the end, it came for him all the same.